Good evening, OWLS family. Hoot, hoot. How are y'all doing? And good evening to everyone who catches the replay. You are greatly appreciated as well. How is everyone doing? Good evening, Alexander. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. Good evening, Kim. Safe journey home, and we'll see you after a while. Hoot, hoot. Good evening, Chris. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Good evening, my crooked little homestead Terminator. How are you doing? Hoot, hoot. Good evening, Gloria, darling. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Good evening, Charita. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Alexander's back home. Uh-oh. Good evening, Monica. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Good evening, Debbie. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Hope I said that right. I hope I said that right. Good evening, Evelyn. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing, darling? I have no idea, Pearlio. It is something different every week, I tell you. Good evening, Pearlio in Redford. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the @ sign. I have no clue. Good evening, Shirley. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. Good evening, Bubs and Tree. Yeah, Tree. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. Sorry, I murdered your name. Sorry. How is everyone doing? Yes, they cannot make up their mind. They want to change stuff all the time. They drive me crazy. They're trying to push. Baby, cover your mouth. You just had a nap. They keep trying. They keep trying. I didn't think you were home yet, Alexander. But yeah, they keep trying to push AI down my throat, and I'm telling them no. Xander says, "Hi, Junior." There you go. There we go. Yes, we have had two 2 days and a night full of rain. It's cold. They keep changing the weather forecast on us. I'm tired of it. I went to bed last night. Well, early this morning we went to bed. I checked the weather. We had Thursday, 39. All right, we woke up, obviously. And I checked again. Now we have 3 days, 3 nights of in the 30s. So it just keeps changing. Drink you some coffee, baby. But yep, it just keeps changing here. I am so tired of it. Good evening, Sister Tammy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? I hope y'all have heeded my warnings and have been stocking your pantry with what you can when you can. They're hyping this November 1st too much. I'm doing good, thank you, darling. My body tried to have a ghost gallbladder attack last night, didn't get bad, and then it just quit. It just quit. That's the second weird one. It starts acting up and just quit. So I'm thankful for that. Yep, I tried to remember, Debbie. I tried my best to remember. You just have to realize I got a lot on me. But yeah, I'm so tired of the fear mongering and oh God, all the hateful videos and stuff about November 1st. I've been warning people about stocking up what you can. Good evening, Sandra. Welcome into chat. How are you doing? Yep, I haven't had a Coke. I haven't had a Coke for two weeks, I think now. Doing good, doing good. Thank you, Sandra. But yeah, I'm thankful that that just stopped on its own. It was a weird one, y'all. But I think it was because I haven't been doing much fat, and I think it was the cream cheese that tried to get me. I never know, never know. But yeah, absolutely, Tammy, absolutely. Like I try to tell people, stock up what you can when you can. Only thing I'll have to worry about is milk, not having enough milk and butter. But other than that, if November 1st does happen, we're fine. Like I tell people, it is better to have a pantry full of food and a full belly of stuff that you might not enjoy eating, like beans, rice, you know, flour and stuff to make bread with, to have a full belly than to have hardly nothing that you love to eat and an empty stomach. Common sense, y'all. Gotta think like our ancestors did. They pretty much ate beans and potatoes and stuff like that every single day. There you go, Alexander. That's okay, Terminator, darling. That's fine. Apparently, there will be no food stamps for anyone, apparently, on November 1st because of this stupid shutdown. Talking about the food stamps, but here's what I find odd and why I'm not going with the hype. If we don't get our allotment, oh well. Yes, we're on food stamps because we can't help it. We have to be. But that's only until he gets his disability and we're getting off of them. If they're going to shut them down on the 1st, why did I get a letter in the mail that I have a November 13th recertification appointment? Something to think about, y'all. Yep, we're finishing up. We're finishing up a pot of my Cherokee hominy. Oh my gracious, we love hominy. Yep, it's just a stalemate of the parties. And that's why I don't like either party. I'm tired of it. I'm a revolutionist. It's time for us to take back our government. Government works for us, not us for them. But yeah, big old pot of Cherokee, or crock pot full of Cherokee hominy. And tonight will be the third night of eating it. We should pretty much knock it out. And then I'll do a crock pot video, not a crock pot, chili fest video for our dinner tomorrow night. But yeah, I mean, people are talking about that they're going to go looting and stealing if their food stamps get cut off. Go for it. Go for it. You might enjoy those 3 hots in a cot. Oh no. And I mean, social media and the news are just pumping out the fear factor, has so many people worried. And people forget when they do that, look, see what else is going on. I got a video on it. Now, Cherokee Harmony, the way I fix it, there's 2 kinds of hominy. There's lye soaked and unlye soaked. We eat lye free hominy. And oh my, when I fix it, it tastes like chicken and dumplings. Good evening, CC Clark. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Okay, no problem. But yeah, like I tell people, it's better to have a pantry full of dried beans, rice, the staples that our ancestors ate on, and have a full belly than to not have your pantry or your freezers full of the most likely junk food that you love to eat and an empty belly. There's a big difference. Give me the beans, the rice, the flour, the sugar, the staples. I Yeah, me and Junior's fine. Good evening, Seahorse Dreams. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? But no, I use chicken broth. I use garlic. I use onions. I've got a video on how I make my Cherokee hominy. Good evening, Nancy. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? And see, I cook a big chunk of pork loin in with the hominy, and then once that's cooked, I break it up, pull it, and put it back in. Yep, because our ancestors ate bread soup. It was if they were lucky, they had broth, and they would break up stale bread. Our ancestors survived. They had sauerkraut put up. They had fermented pickles put up. They dried. They harvested. Yep, Junior's here. He decided to come back into chat. Wave. But yeah, and I'm seeing people in panic mode. Get your tail up. Go. I mean, you ain't got to spend a lot. You can go to Buck and a Quarter Tree or whatever it is now. They always have beans and rice. Store it in the freezer for a while to kill any weevils if there might be some in. You could stock up. It's not hard to do. Good evening, Marcus. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? All that cucumber kimchi is so good, y'all. I have been waiting and waiting to be able to make that. And I am even more happy that I was able to grow my own gochugaru peppers, which is the traditional peppers that's powdered up. Now you can get it, you can buy it on Amazon. Look for Korean kimchi peppers. It's gochugaru peppers. They're not as hot as cayennes. They are warm. They do carry some heat, but they have a smoky, fruity taste too. And it's a ferment, y'all. Probiotics, good for you. Yep. Yes. Good evening, Faith. Welcome in the chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Yes, you freeze your rice and your beans. And if you get hominy, dried corn, chopped corn, freeze it too. Yep, but I don't have a microwave. We do not have a microwave. Wished we did at times. You even bag up, put your whole bag of flour in like a garbage sack. Unscented, put it in your freezer. Freeze your flour too. But yeah, there's no excuse. There's no excuse to have not to have at least something put back. I've been warning people for years now. The sugar, I never worry about. I never have trouble with my sugar. Ooh, homemade cornflakes. I still got to show you all the homemade vanilla wafers. But that's why I tell people. That's why I tell people, stock up, grow as much as you can, seed save. And there is no excuse for you to let your plants in the garden die. Because, yeah, I watered mine because I put too much work into those babies to watch them burn up and die. Good evening, Drew. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? I'm not ignoring you. I haven't been able yet to sit down and answer your comment. I appreciate you watching my channel. I really do. And hope you are doing well. Welcome into chat. But there is so much you can save. Stock up. Oh, vanilla wafers, if I'm not careful, I'll snack on them. I have to watch myself. Vanilla wafers are not safe. Neither is, and I love to make them homemade croutons. The season that I season, oh my God, croutons are evil. Yep, let them. I say, arrest every single one of them. I say it like it's a hype. I mean, Democrats are already admitted left and right that they're making the shutdown happen. They've already gone on main media, the news, and admitted it. This is to get all the poor people riled up because, you know, they got Antifa losing their minds. Good evening, Susan. Welcome in the chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? And I mean, they're already talking, threatening all these hood rats are threatening that they're going to loot and steal. And this is the main reason if you are a prepper, you never, ever show what's in your pantry. You don't do a pantry tour. You're easy to find. You'll be the first ones that they find. It is the golden rule of old school preppers. You don't show what you have in stock. I never show everything I have. Y'all don't always see everything I can up or what I dehydrate. But yeah, cornmeal's another one to stock up on. Freeze it first once you get home. Freeze it about five 5 to 7 days. But there's no excuse. There's no excuse. If most of these people on food stamps, not us, because I get looks from cashiers when I tell them I'm paying with food stamps. They go, "What?" We stock up. I buy dried beans, rice, flour, cornmeal. I haven't had to buy. I'm stocked up on cornmeal. I haven't had to buy it for a while. But there's vegetables. There's fruit when I can get it. There's stuff. They're not. Well, Junior gets soda because he can't be having to have everything decaffeinated. He can't drink a whole lot. Um, there might be some soda. I'm going to have Coke if I can get it. I have to budget for it. Coke is not Coke is for me to drink for ghost gallbladder attacks. But junk food, now we splurge on one or two kind of junk food meals. That's if Junior wants pizza or something like that. But other than that, I don't buy all this junk food. And I sure don't buy name brand unless it's at the discount, the Benton Dent store. Yeah, but the only place I can get Mexican Coke, I can't use food stamps at. And only the Coke is to stop ghost gallbladder attacks. I don't ask me. It works. That's all I know. But yeah, meat, decent meat. I'm not splurging on steaks. Me and Junior haven't had a steak in I don't know how long. That's just like the short on the beef stew. Oh, my nose is itching. Sorry, y'all. The short on the beef stew. For the love of God, people, I used beef. I didn't use fake beef. What I was trying to say is I refuse to buy the beef stew meat. 18 bucks for less than a pound, you can kiss something. I used thin sliced fajita beef. I just cut it up into cubes, made beef stew out of that. Use what you can. Yep. But see, if I do the flattened stale Coke, that'll make me sick. See, that'd be great. But most of the time, I'm not allowed to because most of the sellers don't allow you to buy good grains on food stamps. I've noticed this. If you go on Amazon and look, you can't buy the good stuff, the really, really good stuff on food stamps, but you can buy the junk on food stamps. But that's just like I haven't done the spaghetti sauce video yet because I've decided since one, ground beef is so high, two, it's getting to where even because usually I have to do either ground chuck or oh, what's the other one, the expensive one. I can't. It's getting to where it makes me sick because it's been fattier than it should be. So I'm just going to hold off on making the spaghetti sauce video until we have venison, and I'll be grinding up venison to make spaghetti sauce with. Hold on a minute. I missed something. What did I miss? Okay. Yep. Need to be packing. You need to be packing. I pack. You better believe it. And that's why I told people on the foraging video, carry a friend with you. I'm not talking about a sidekick, a buddy. I'm talking about your little friend that will keep you safe. I don't need to practice. I'm a dead aim. My daddy was a Marine. He taught me exactly how to shoot. I'm a dead shot. Dead ringer. I'd love to have some bear. Well, I refuse. I refuse to pay the prices they want in the stores for meat because I know what it costs. Not doing it. Now I will. Now I'll look it over. I am the clearance shopping queen. I will. I will buy clearance. People got to get over that. Just look at it, make sure it looks good. And as always, what was I going to say? Read the labels. Make sure it's real meat, not this fake crap. Oh, believe me, I can shoot. Yep, dead aim. And I don't believe in winging people. You will drop where you stand. If you come at me, you made the decision. You made the decision to meet your maker. I will not apologize for it. Will I feel guilty? No, I won't. I will not feel guilty. You made the decision to take it upon yourself to bring me bodily harm. I'm going to get you before you have a chance. But yeah, it's just like the place I love to go shop, Restaurant Depot. They do not accept food stamps. So if I go there, it has to be cash. But that's okay. Once poor Junior ever, God, gets his disability, we won't be struggling. Yep, absolutely. Yep, you heard that correct. 36. Now, I'm not going out and just looking to, pew pew somebody. No, I'm not that crazy. But if somebody's coming to trying to rob me, hurt me, or to hurt Junior, it's on. No, no. Now, with Restaurant Depot, you need to have either a tax ID or know somebody from a church or has a business. It doesn't cost to be part of it, but you've got to be able to either have a tax ID or be tax free, an organization or something like that. You can get free membership, does not cost. You get the card, you get in. It's massive bulk buying, y'all. Big chunks of beef, chicken, you name it. Bulk buying. It's a prepper's paradise. Absolutely, absolutely. Teamwork makes the dream work. Yep, eat them squirrels. I'm telling you, them squirrels are good. Tree rats. But yeah, no. Restaurant Depot is the prepper's paradise. Yes, you can get big stock pots, tablecloths, cooking utensils, beautiful butcher knives, and stuff like that. But the bulk amount of shopping, I've got videos and a playlist of me going uh, thrift shopping. You can catch clearance in Restaurant Depot. I thrive on that one. I miss getting to go to Restaurant Depot. Yep, I know, Marcus. That's fine. I absolutely stand by our rights, our Second Amendment rights. Yes, my ancestors died for me to have those rights. I come from a long military family. Yes, yes, that is our God given born right. Good evening, October Opal, darling. How are you doing? Hoot, hoot. Yeah, Canada ain't gonna let you do much of nothing. Canada's not gonna give you no freedom. Oh, I was watching. I know better. I know better, but I watched the short anyway. It was about, I'm trying not to get too political. It was about this poor little protester in Los Angeles got popped in the face with pepper spray. Shouldn't have been doing what she's doing, dude. Should have been at work or something. And they were crying about how he was attacked and everything. And I said, I commented in the comment section. I said, should be thankful it wasn't a bullet. I'm tired of all this protesting BS. Got a comment, real response, real fast. Uh, get the orange criminal out of the White House and the protests will stop. I'm going, nope, I'm going to respond to that. And I go, sorry, I don't bow down to homegrown terrorists. And I left it at that. Oh no, it was a grown, great big man. It wasn't a woman. It was a man. I'm glad to hear that, Opal. Good evening, Jeff. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? But yeah, I'm just tired of all of it. Now, another thing I was going to bring up to y'all, I don't know how many people's been paying attention to this. Have y'all been watching how many Chapter 11 bankruptcies are being filed? They are going crazy. Trucking companies, restaurants, which I ain't too worried about restaurants, but people do have jobs there. Yes, a big old crybaby man puking his guts out too. Well, you shouldn't have been doing what you wasn't supposed to be doing. I um he's him and a bunch of people were blocking access to people trying to get to go to work and everything. And ain't none of them protests peaceful, none of them. Bingo, Alexander, bingo. Uh-oh, what did I miss? Alright, what was it? What was it? Yeah, the Chapter 11 bankruptcies, trucking companies, y'all, trucking companies, restaurants, um, stores. There's airline companies. There's one, I forgot the name of it, down in Florida. They just shut it down. They just shut it completely down. Didn't give the truckers no warning, no nothing. They just shut the whole company down. Um, and it's just like a lot of people don't know this government shut down. All the traffic controllers at the airports, they're not getting paid, y'all. They're working because the government shutdown. They don't get paid. These people are stressed to the max. They're working. There's some of them that are working, not getting that paycheck, and having to Uber drive and stuff, which is ridiculous. So yeah, get ready. There's probably going to be, if the air controllers start stepping off the job, there's going to be collisions and stuff. I know it, Alexander. I know it. Believe me, I know it. It's not so much that they're so far into debt, which they shouldn't be. It's a lot. I mean, this place is coming unglued, y'all. This country is coming unglued. And now they're rattling the cages of the natives, not Native Americans, but, oh, we're taking your food stamps away and blah, blah, blah. Got them all hyper and going wild, threatening we're going to loot and steal. They're wanting you to. They're wanting you in jail. They're wanting you to get killed. It's not my fault you haven't been stocking up. I stock up on food stamps. It's not my fault you buy all that junk food. There's no excuse. Ramen noodles ain't going to feed you. It's going to kill you. Absolutely, Alexander. I've been watching, keeping up with the Chapter 11 and Chapter 7 bankruptcies, one after another, after another. I have been telling people to prep and stock up for how long now? My channel's, I think, in February, going to be 5 years old. It don't seem it, y'all. It don't seem it. But I've been telling people, stock up, grow as much as you can, save your seeds. Good evening, Sony. Welcome in the chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? All right, now, telling them to carry the wash spray. Good idea. But read your state's laws on like pepper spray and other sprays. It could carry a federal offense, so be careful with that. Study up, know your state's rules and stuff about spraying anybody. That's why I didn't make the pepper spray video. And let me tell you, that stuff's rough. I didn't make that video until I knew my state's law on it. Yep, everybody had a home garden, yes. Get very well acquainted with your state's law on carrying or making your own pepper spray and what the rules are about defending yourself. Thank gracious we are in Mississippi. Tennessee was good. Mississippi's a whole lot better. I got tired of the I don't watch the big prepping channels. I don't. I'm an old school prepper. I was taught from a young age. A lot of these new preppers, all they're interested in is making this, making this, making this, or spreading fear, spreading paranoia. I'm not for that. I'm for teaching people how to do it and how to do it correctly without the fear mongering. Y'all forget fear mongering. Big, big money. Big money. And I won't. That's why I quit watching Patera. I quit watching her because she went from being a really good channel to a fear monger money. And then she got in with it in a fight with that Doug and Stacy. I don't watch them either. Fear mongering, fear mongering. Oh yeah, not only fear mongering. Hey, let's have a yearly cruise. Hey, let's write books. Fear monger, fear. No, I'm not about that. Yep, my daddy was raised during the Great Depression, so was my grandmother. And that's why I don't watch big prepping channels. I don't. I get sick of it. I get sick. I don't watch that one that hightailed it out of Arkansas to the East Coast. Roots and Refuge. Oh, that's all it's all about. That's not me. I'm here. I'm a natural born teacher. I have learned so much in my lifetime, and I'm trying to help people. I'm not in it for the, or I've been long gone. I grew up when my daddy finally decided to become a daddy. Um, when the booze wasn't as important anymore, I had him teach me what he learned being a Marine He was a Marine in Korea. You could not get him to talk about what happened over there. He taught me shooting. Then he taught me about tracking, how to trap, how to shoot, how to hunt, how to grow animals, raise animals. My grandmother taught me about the Native American tribe. Daddy never would admit he was a Native American. You couldn't help but tell he was, but no, he would not admit it because he come from a generation that if you ever said you were Native American, it'd get you lynched. They lynched Native Americans way faster than they done the Black Americans. Yep, I agree, Alexander. Yes, he was good. Old Alabama farmer, if I remember right, gardener. He was pretty good. Didn't agree always with what he done, but he was good. Yes, my daddy saw some horrible stuff, and you couldn't get that man to talk if his life depended on it. I let it go. After the third time, I quit asking because he finally looked me dead in the eyes and said, "You don't want to know." And I dropped it. But I took the teachings. He taught me how to shoot. I'm a dead shot. I don't need practice. I'm a natural born shot. I can, as long as your gun is good, pew pew. As long as you, God, the YouTube's gonna come after me. As long as you pew pew, and I hate this stupid, can't even talk like a normal person. I have to code everything. As long as it's good, all you have to should have to do is aim and fire. Lock those elbows. Lock them elbows. And that's why if people notice, I know they probably didn't like it in the foraging video. That's why I took time to show you all the scat. You can tell how healthy the animals are around you by reading their scat. You ain't got to touch it. I'm not touching it. But if it's like deer, if it's good and pelletized, they are eating good and they're hydrated. That one, now she could be getting ready to give birth. It's about that time, or it could have been that they were dehydrated. You have to know how to read the signs. And, I tell everybody grow what you can. Please quit letting it die. You're in a drought, water that stuff. That is your survival. That's what's going to make you live. Water it, take care of it like it's your last wish on this earth to make sure that plant stays alive, that crop stays alive. I didn't like the thought of a water bill, but you know what? That garden, I knew we was going to need it for what's coming. I made sure those babies were watered. And I tell everybody, save your seeds. Grow as much as you can, as well as save your seeds. The difference between me and a lot of other channels, I practice what I preach. Now, I'm not showing y'all everything I have, but look at that. Sorry about the glare, y'all. Tabasco pepper seeds. Homegrown, organic. This is what makes me happy right here. Look at all those kimchi. Gotcha guru pepper seeds. And I got more to do. Y'all watch me plant my seeds for the Dancing with Smurfs. I had, where was it? 8 seeds, 8 old seeds. Only 2 germinated. Look how many seeds I have now. Now these are Juliet tomatoes. Some people like them, some hate them. I love them. They're good for dehydrating or sun drying or making sauce with or just eating plain. I didn't have many of them. Now this ain't all the seeds I'm going to have, and that's full. That's full. I've got 2 more jars of soaking seeds that I've got to clean out and rinse off and get them to dry. This is the ones I'm happy about. I didn't have many of these seeds at all. This is a beautiful black plum tomatoes. I practice what I preach. I don't tell y'all to do something that I don't do myself. You've got to save seeds because I'm telling you, a lot of the seeds I had that was bought fresh, they sucked germinating wise. They sucked. Good evening, Silver Sage. Welcome into chat, darling. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? See, that's another thing a lot of people forget. They try to get away from how they were raised. I can understand about getting away from abusive situations. I understand that. Don't forget where you come from. I was raised poor as could be, dirt poor. You know what? I stay grounded. I don't have to keep up with the Joneses. I don't want a $200,000 house. I don't want no vehicle that's going to cost the same that you could buy a house and some land with. I don't want a brand new car. They're crap. They're fiberglass. I'm not paying 40 to 80,000 or more for a vehicle. That's a house on wheels. I don't want credit cards. Don't want them. Now, granted, they are good for only emergency purposes. That's it. Emergency purposes. Getting into debt is the worst thing that can happen to you. My daddy always taught me and just beat into me, not physically, but beat into me. If you don't have the cash for it, you don't need it. Ah, thank you, Opal. Yep, the lint's good, but you got to be careful. There's a lot of chemicals in that lint. Yeah, seeds have really sucked for a while. Yes, they have. Now, granted, that garden was a miracle garden this year. That garden was a miracle garden. That was brand new turned soil. That was a new first year garden. Yes, I need a lot of manure and compost. But you know what? My plants grew. Prayed over them plants. I took care of them plants. Them poor plants over exceeded what they should have done. And I am beyond thankful. And I have been stocking and putting up as much as possible, y'all. That's why I tell you organic, because they're spraying enough crap in the air. They're putting God only knows what in the water. That's why I tell people grow as much as you can, but save your seeds, and let me be precise with you. Save your seeds from good, hardy stock. Ones that have plants that have grown very well. The fruit or the vegetable, whichever it is, was like it was supposed to be. Good, strong stock. That's the seed you save. You don't want, even though I have a place in my heart for runts, you really don't want to save seeds from puny, sickly plants because you're just passing those genetics along. And see, the worst thing that gets people into debt, you got to have bigger, better crap. Bigger, better crap breaks down even faster. And quit going into debt for the holidays. You got to get them grandbabies all that expense. No, them grandbabies don't need that. Them grandbabies don't need all that big fancy electronic crap. That's why the grandbabies are dumbed down as they are. No, you don't need bigger, better, faster. You need good quality that will last. Yeah, volunteers, definitely. See, I can't keep cash on hand. I think I got $2 to my name and whatever change that we have. I'm not glaring at y'all. I'm trying to look at the screen. Yeah, them phones are bad. See, I am fine with doing, don't get me wrong, I am perfectly fine with celebrating the holidays and everything. That's fine. Make it a homemade holiday. DIY all kinds of stuff. Can up soup mixes, dry soup mixes. Food. People always can use food. Homemade. Do soaps. You got time to make some soaps. Homemade laundry detergent. Socks. Things you need, things of quality. I am perfectly fine. I get excited when I get handmade stuff. I'm perfect with that. Good. Yes, let things go to seed. Oh, the bulk buying Restaurant Depot. I've got videos of me going clearance shopping at Restaurant Depot. I love Restaurant Depot. It's called Restaurant Depot because it's where restaurants go to get their food and their meats, eggs. I mean, you can buy, was it over, what was it? Big boxes of eggs. Not that, I want a bunch of eggs like that. Butter. You can wait for the butter to be thrown on sale for the holidays all you want to. I can walk in Restaurant Depot, get the butter cheaper there every single day than what I can buy in the store. Now, membership at Restaurant Depot is free as long as you have a tax ID number, or you got a friend or relative that has a business, or you know somebody that's got a church, or they do just have to find out what you need. And as long as they fill out the paperwork, it don't cost nothing. You get that little plastic card of freedom. You can go in there and shop. You just can only use cash to buy there. You know what we're probably going to end up if they shut down the food stamps? I'm not worried. I'm just, just can't be low on butter and milk because I don't have the canning jars to can up milk at the moment. I forgot that when I was rearranging the deep freeze, I forgot I had bought last year, and it's still good. It's in the deep freezer. Uh, a big turkey breast, just the big double turkey. I looked at Junior. I said, "He got Thanksgiving dinner." And that is not true about powdery mildew. Not whatsoever. Powdery mildew is caused by it being too moist. It's staying too wet. What you need to do is clip the powdery mildew back, or you can uh, water down milk and spray it on it. That'll kill it. But yeah, no. That's why I tell y'all, don't believe everything you're told. And Hoss should know better than that. That's why he's got a huge seed company. He should know better than that. That was false information. Yeah, but still, he's in charge of a seed company. That's one of the main things he should know is how to help people. Tell them what's wrong with their plant. Whatever you would like to give me. But Hoss has been in business for a good while. He should know better. As many zinnia seeds as you would like to give me. I mean, don't go wild. Send me no cup full of seeds. Little bitty. I'm looking for all colors because I'm going to be honest. My seed stock got old, and out of hundreds of seeds, I think, what did I have? Two or three that germinated. Now, granted, I have saved seeds off the little zinnias that did come up, but none of my marigolds come up. Three out of hundreds of my zinnias come up. Yep, it is caused by water, by the ground being too wet and the plant being too wet. But all of your vining, your squashes, your cucumbers, they are susceptible to powdery mildew. It's a fact of life. All right, y'all, I'm going to still be here. Going to go dark screen. It is breathing treatment time. I'm having a smoke, y'all. Not that kind of smoke either. All right, I'll be here. I'll still be answering. We all are still learning. We all learn. Well, you got to be careful about the powdery mildew because it will continue to transfer through your whole plant. That's the bad thing. Wait a minute. What did I miss? What did I miss? Yes, you can find Emma. You can find my address underneath every description box. Well, most of all of them. The description box of my videos. If not, you can. If you don't want to go looking for that, email me, and I will be more than happy to send you my address. But yeah, there's a lot. I'm going to keep an eye on this weather. Um, Tomorrow I got to get up early if I can. I've got to go. It'll be the last hurrah for harvesting okra leaves because I've got till Thursday. I've got to get the lemon tree up and hopefully get all the ants out of it. I think this rain probably flushed all the ants out. I got to get my curry plants up. Yep, I can share seeds with others. I still got seeds. I still got seeds that Mr. John blessed me with to pass out. Because, because I asked for a self-addressed stamped envelope, yeah, nobody was interested. Now, if I'd had the funds to be able to mail them out, everybody would have wanted seeds. Do you have any marigolds? Big marigolds? I just want to grow some pollinator plants. Well, I do the marigolds in between my tomatoes mixed with basil for bug control. Good evening, Kimberly. Welcome in. I've been worried about you. How are you doing? Hoot, hoot. I thought I might have made you mad and you left. Yep, I still got seeds that Mr. John gave me to pass out. Very few. I think three, three or four people was interested in them. Tall work, Emma. I'm thankful for anything. Good evening. Oh God. Oh, I know I'm gonna forget your name. I know I'm gonna forget your name, Lord. That's okay, darling. I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. I just figured I upset you or made you mad. Lord, I tell people avoid back or neck surgery if possible. Are you absolutely sure, Kimberly, you need surgery? Because there are some chiropractors I've been watching down in I think in Texas. Lord knows I really would like to go see if they could fix me some. There's been quite a few that's gone to them that they fixed and they didn't have to have surgery anymore. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, that's not good. Yep, you would think that I had, threatened people. Now, these two chiropractors are amazing to watch. One, and I don't like chiropractors. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm leery as can be about them. This one, I would go see him in a heartbeat if I could. People are going to him that other chiropractors have messed up, and or other chiropractors they couldn't get them to pop. But yeah, I've been watching him. Let's put it like this: the one I'm wanting to go see, he's so good that people actually call him God's hands. He doesn't accept the title because he said, "No, I'm just trying to help people." There's people who fly from California to see him. One man drove all the way from Atlanta to down into Texas to see him. You know he's got to be good if I'm wanting to go see him to see if he could make a miracle happen. But yeah, 20 mule team borax. You really don't even have to put it in the freezer. They will clean the feathers, dry them out, and kill all bugs. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's very, very polite. Younger looking gentleman. But yeah, you know something's up if I'm willing to want to go to see him. Yeah, y'all know me and doctors. If I can avoid them, I will in a heartbeat. The only reason I ended up in the emergency room was I couldn't take it no longer, and I knew something was wrong somewhere in Whoville. But yeah, that's how I've got a video on how I do the wild turkey. I've still got a friend's sister's wild turkey wings, and I fanned out the tail of a wild turkey, and I've got it dried and everything. I showed people how to do it. It's not hard. Over this winter, I plan on getting my craft room, herb room, tincture room, slash every other thing room in order. I've got to get it cleaned up. I got to go through tubs because we had a weevil infestation here. Lost a bunch of stuff, but that's life. Life goes on. Uh, I got to get that room situated. I don't know where he's at in Texas. I have no idea. I've just seen the videos on YouTube. Yep, 20 mule team borax is the best thing for feathers. No, it's not, Alexander. We ain't that hungry. Lord, Lord, you got caught me off guard with that one. No, No, I can do without that kind of protein. But what I'm needing to find is white turkey wing feathers. So, because I need to go back to making hand painted eagle feathers. I want to get my craft room fixed up and situated because I am missing being able to sit and do my beadwork. And who knows, I might do a video or two showing y'all how to make jewelry and stuff. I don't have seeds. I had a regular hyssop come up, I think, or is that in sweet anise? No, I'm out of hyssop seeds. I had that growing at the other house. I would love some. I don't have any marshmallow. No, I don't. Keep salt on hand. Oh, let's see. I've only got about 47 pounds of Mediterranean sea salt. I probably have about 20 pounds of pink Himalayan salt. I've got uh chunky sea salt, yep. And if I could go get some water from the ocean, boil it to death, I'd make my own salt. I do have seeds for that one. That I do have. Now, of course, people, you need to be getting your beds ready because there's a lot of herb seeds that need to be winter stratified. So just plant them where you know you want them to go so you don't think they're weeds when they germinate and just let them naturally stratify. Amazon. Only reason I ended up with 47 pounds is I had ordered 25 pounds. And well, it got delivered with the top popped off, and I lost about 2 pounds of it. And they replaced it with another tub that actually made it here safe. That's how I ended up with all that. Good evening, the hen house. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? But salt, people have to realize salt, sugar, and vinegar are preservatives. They're a whole lot better than the other preservatives that they use in all the food. Salt is important. Your body is 3/4 water, 1/4 salt. If you do not keep salt in your system, you will get massively sick. There, Drew, the best place to get any medicinal seeds, or you can buy plants from them, is strictly medicinal. Check them out. They are a very good, reputable company. I haven't had any trouble with their seeds germinating. Yep, they keep changing our temperatures, which is aggravating to no end. We're supposed to have 3 nights of 30s now, so I've got to bust tail even more to finish up the last of the harvest and stuff. I'm probably going to drag my greenhouse. I'm going to finally get to build me another hooty hoop house. One day I'm going to have a greenhouse. One day. I'm probably going to drag my greenhouse material down to the garden and do some kind of framework and put that over the little baby greens. But yeah, you would be surprised at what all strictly medicinals carry. There's another seed company between SOW, True Seeds, between them and Strictly Medicinals. I love both those seed companies. I haven't done much with Eden Brothers. Okay, Opal darling. Oh, hold on. Tell Opal bye. All right, I'm still breathing treatment. I'll be back. One day I will. I don't want a monster greenhouse. I looked at one I'm contemplating getting. It's because you can cover any frame with greenhouse material as long as it's strong enough. Good night, Opal darling. You have a great night, better week ahead, and we'll definitely look forward to seeing you next Monday night. I'll be done with breathing treatment here in a little bit, y'all. But I put it on my Amazon. Now y'all got to realize my Amazon wish list is also a reminder for me of things I find. I do not expect people to get stuff off my Amazon wish list, not especially big items. I put that on there for a reminder for me. There is a chicken coop frame I've been looking at, which I could easily put greenhouse material over. You can use pool noodles to cover the sharp points up and to make a greenhouse out of. That's why it's on there. I have a lot of fancy stuff on the wish list. It's not because I expect people to get it. I do the wish list for those who want to get stuff. We are grateful for that. But it is mainly a reminder list for me. Yes, I have a lot of feverfew seeds. That I do have. There was something else I was going to say. But I plan on eventually having a greenhouse. Nothing, like I said, nothing massive. But I want to heat it with a wood stove. I do not want to use gas heat. Because if gas is not vented proper, it will kill all your plants. See, the part about the old carport, it doesn't have the bracing in the top like it needs. And you've got to have that ridge line where things will run off and slide off. A rounded one is okay, but I want a straight point one because that way snow and stuff won't pile up. Good evening, Stephen. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. I've been worried about you. Are you where those riots are at? Or are you away from where those riots are at? And I do not blame the Irish people for standing up. They make me proud. Yep, I don't have the Celtic sea salt. I was able to get the Mediterranean one. Yes, I can post a list of the seeds. I will do a community tab post or whatever they keep changing the name of that. I will put a post up of the listing of the seeds. But yeah, Celtic sea salt is really good. But they wouldn't let me get that on food stamps, but I could get the Mediterranean sea salt. Go figure. Oh, you're welcome, Kimberly. It's going to be a little while. It'll probably be later tonight. I know there's Cherokee Trail of Tear beans, um, rattle. I think it's rattlesnake watermelon, heavy hitter okra, and there's a really old watermelon. I can't remember the name of it, and I think there's another one. And what he's hoping that you'll do is grow these, save enough seed stock back for you the next year, and to keep passing on seeds. Not that I know of. I haven't got to sit down and look at email. I've got a lot of emails I need to respond to. It's not that I'm ignoring anybody. I'm just so busy, y'all. Ah, there you go, Kimberly. There you go. I'm happy to do it. I can get serious and talk serious things, but I'm not going to just paranoid factor people. I'm going to give you the truth so you can do with it with what you want. I just don't have a microwave. Because y'all got to remember, before we moved here, we were off grid for 7.5 years. Off grid. Now, a lot of my videos was in the shed of many names. That was a long, oh God, I'm not going to go into detail on that one. But I was able to have electricity there. But we lived without power and heat. We used propane heater, but we were off grid for 7.5 years. Now, I would, if we get a microwave, we want a small one. It would only be to heat up food and heat up coffee and stuff. I admit I miss microwave for, like reheating leftovers and stuff. But other than that, you just stay safe, Stephen, my little leprechaun. Bless you for coming in. I always am so happy to see you because I know you are 6 hours ahead of us, and it means the world that you would come in here in the chat before you head to bed, and I am so thankful for you. Yep, Art Combies. Yep. I don't have a toaster oven. I don't have a toaster. And air fryers worry me. Air fryers worry me because they're starting to catch on fire a lot. So be careful with that. Now, a great big Instant Pot would be great. I had one of those, but the house we were in ate that. See, we don't even have the funds to do anything. That's why we haven't been doing any adventures, because we were just grounded. Okay, I'm back. But that's why I dedicate Sunday to nature videos. Me and poor Junior, we haven't been on an adventure and I don't know how long. Because we haven't had the gas, and plus the tires were. I also want to tell everybody November 10th, which will be 2 Mondays from now, is his disability examination. The attorneys called us today to check on us, make sure we were okay, and to remind us that it's coming up. So it's going to be on a Monday night. The live stream will still go on. We might be running a little late because it's about 2 hours away. So, yeah. I'm just praying we got gas money to make it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, we've been wanting to go driving and video the changing of the colors of the leaves and everything, but no. No, we are stuck home. I couldn't take it no longer. That's why I done the foraging video. Plus, I know cold temps are coming, so I needed to get out into the woods. But yeah, November 10th is his disability appointment, and praying to gracious he finally gets approved. We are going on over 2.5 years fighting for what a man deserves. We should not have had to fight for over 2.5 years to get disability for Junior. And it's disgusting. Oh, thank you. All right, y'all. No more YouTube donations. Here's the reason. Bless you, and I thank you for that. The bad thing is with YouTube donations through live stream, we won't see it until next month, the next month. I am thankful. Please do not take me wrong, y'all. Do not take me wrong. I am thankful. I'm not being a heartless, cruel, old, you know what. It is best to send donations. No, oops. No, please, no oops. Please, no oops. It's not that I'm cold and heartless. If you can, through PayPal, friends and family, we'll get it almost immediately. We also have, I have Cash App. It's not that I'm being cruel, but it's because YouTube takes a big chunk out of it, and I won't see it till the next month. Please don't think I'm being ugly or nothing or ungrateful. A lot of people don't know. Either you either PayPal or Cash App. I could take both. It's not. Please don't. The last person I haven't seen anymore since they done a donation on the live stream. I'm telling y'all, I'm not being hateful. I am beyond thankful. Try not to cry right now. But YouTube takes a quarter at least of the donation, and we don't see it until the next month. Please just don't take me wrong, y'all. Good evening, Angel. Welcome in the chat. Hoot hoot, how are you doing? But yeah, the last person that done that, I don't think they understood me, and I haven't seen them back in live stream. So I just don't want people to think I'm being ungrateful or hateful or ugly or anything like that. I just try to tell people facts, so a lot of people don't realize. That's just like a lot of people are wanting me to do uh, paid subscriptions to my channel. One, I know what it's like not being able to pay for subscriptions. Two, YouTube is after me hot and heavy to start up paid subscriptions because they get a big chunk of it. That's why they want you to pay to subscribe. And I promised that I wouldn't do paid subscriptions because I know what it feels like not to be able to afford it. Plus, I don't think it would be right for people to pay to be a member of the channel when I honestly, God, don't have time to make extra videos or do other special things for those who pay for memberships. So that's another thing, y'all. But hold on, I'm sorry. What's your name? What's your name? Bless you, Drew, and thank you. Thank you for being understanding. Because a lot of people don't know about that. And yeah, it's all nine kinds of messed up. But that's why I haven't opened up paying memberships on my channel. Because one, when I started my channel, I said I didn't want to be part of that because I know what it feels like not to be able to afford to be a member of somebody's channel. Two, it's even more revenue for YouTube because they take a chunk out of everything. The reason why I say about PayPal, if you send it through friends and family, they don't take a chunk out of it. Oh, thank you, Drew. I appreciate that. Y'all don't realize when I read stuff like that, it means the world to me. It means that there are people out there who care about what I'm trying to teach people. What I teach might not be what floats your goat, but I'm trying to help as best as I can. I'm trying the best I can to teach people to be as self-sufficient as possible. I want people to succeed. I want people to live. I want people to survive. Good evening, 10 Tigers. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Arnica, no, I do not have any arnica, darling. And another thing, people gotta also know, we had to move. We had no other choice. It was a swoop and grab us from where we used to live to here. So I am having to rebuild, regrow all of my herb gardens again because I lost a lot of plants, a lot of things was left up there because we couldn't get it all. So I'm having to rebuild my herb gardens, and I'm not going to lie, I miss all my stuff greatly. It's not, um, it's not, oh, how do you want to put it? A stuff thing. I lost a lot of all my herb plants. I had over 100 different medicinal herb plants plus culinary plants. We lost all our fruit orchard that we had planted and was growing, and I lost all of my pots that I would do seedlings and everything. Yep, we had 2 vehicles stolen. I lost, oh Lord, close to over $10,000 worth of supplies and stuff in the 2 vehicles that were stolen. Oh, believe it or not, I got a text message about the beep beep dude. Apparently he's up for parole. Apparently he's been in jail. They could arrest him and convict him of other things, but they couldn't convict him for me. So, yeah. So every time I get a text message about that monster, it's just like another stab in the heart. It's pretty much all in different playlists, Kimberly. There's been a lot of stuff. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. But yeah, we're restarting the garden. I cannot tell you how proud I am of my garden. It's not an ego thing. Those plants overdone themselves this year because that was fresh broke ground. Fresh broke ground is hard to garden, but I done it. I got a lot of okra pods that are almost about ready to start drying, so I've got to harvest all of them before the frost comes. Uh-oh. Lemon balm, I do not have. I thought I had it, but it ended up being catnip. I'm like going, why? It looked just like lemon balm, y'all. I'm like going, this ain't lemon balm. This ain't lemon balm. I said, don't smell right. And I'm like going, oh my God, it's catnip. All the herb seeds that I had started this year, I fought tooth and nail with the big fire ant mound. Finally won the battle, but between the battles, all my seeds either got ate up by them or mixed all around. There you go, the hen house. Uh-oh, you're out of yarrow. So everything you see me doing out either in the garden or in the herb beds, that's new broke beds. That's new broke in beds. I am totally rebuilding from scratch. And a lot of it, and I'm fighting and learning new soil. I ain't gonna lie, I miss the dirt. I miss the soil from the old house and all my raised beds I built. I'm dealing with clay and sand here. Good evening, Jay. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Xander. But if I can rebuild, y'all can too. And I'm wanting to, my goal is to encourage and inspire as many people as possible. If I can do it, my gimpy old tail can do it, you can too. See, I'm wanting to see if I can find anybody around here that's got those Fair to Midland. Good evening, One Mound. How have you been doing? Hoot, hoot. Haven't seen you in a while. I was wondering if I upset you too. People disappeared. I'm like, well, I guess I made them mad. Wait, I have not started on the Phenomena song yet. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Can't help it. I love the old Muppets. Not these Disney Muppets. Yeah, I figured since you hadn't been in chat or around, I had upset you somehow. Also, another thing. November's coming up, y'all. It's going to be Native American Heritage Month. I'm going to be teaching as much as I can when I can. Okay, good. I figured when you didn't come around, I'm going, well, I made another one mad. Oh, see, I haven't seen that movie. I have not seen that one. I miss the old Disney. Oh, thank you, Hen Howard. Thank you, darling. I'll go ahead. It's like water off a duck's back, Xander. I think you're addicted to me now, Xander. Well, congratulations. I hope it's a job that you enjoy. Oh, thank you, 10 Tigers. Thank you. Now, it's not going to be like last year where I done 2 videos a day. It'll be 1 video and a short. That's what I'm sticking to. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Because, yeah, YouTube put me through a ringer, because of doing that. Yeah, they knocked me down to $5 1,000 views. So, yeah, now it's gonna be 1 video, 1 short. But yeah, there's a lot. I covered a lot last year, so I'm gonna see what I can find new this year. Half for tinctures, half for drinking. Uh-oh. Hey, handsome. How are you doing, Junior? Haven't seen you in a while. Yep, he's off his mood swing. And I finally told him, I said, look, everybody's worried about you. They think I'm blocking you from coming on live stream. I said, you have got to get on live stream. But yep, so he decided he wanted to be. I told him, look, the mood swing's over. You need to be on live stream. Now, of course, now if he don't want to be, I'm not going to make him. But I've got to figure out what all I'm going to do for Native American Heritage Month. Because, you know, they ain't going to say much about it like other months. But I live my heritage every single day, not just a month out of the year. But with that being said, we're going to have fun. I don't think I've done a fry bread. I've got several fry bread recipe videos already. I might do a fry bread, Cherokee fry bread. It's more fluffy. I need to cook some new things. If I can get a hold of hickory nuts, that's what I'm trying to find. Lyle keeps telling me that there's hickory nuts everywhere. I haven't seen one yet. Persimmons, I missed a good part of the harvest. There's some still hanging on to the tree. So if they drop because of the cold weather, we'll be doing something with persimmons. I can do a pumpkin fry bread. I also can do a sweet potato fry bread. There's a lot of things. But yeah, there's a lot of things. I've still got to finish out Cast Iron Fest 25 and Chili Fest 25 for the rest of this month. So we're going to do a lot of cooking, y'all. Some of tinctures, yes, you can make 80 proof. Some of them. Not all of them. If your plant material is juicy, you have to use 100 proof. Now, if you're making like willow bark, any kind of bark or root, as long as it's not really juicy, you can do 80 proof. I don't like using dry plant material unless it's roots or bark to make tincture. There you go, one mound. There you go. Well, I found. Hold on. No. Stop. Sorry, fighting with the live stream. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, duh. Coming back out of the woods. Out of the clearing, cut over. I was so tired. I like to not made it home. But when I was coming back up, and it's not far from the house, not whatsoever, I found the utopia of big acorns all laying on the ground. I about cried because I didn't have the strength to bend over and pick them all up. So I've got to go try to do that tomorrow. If the rain kills for just a little bit, I'm wanting to make acorn flour. Juicy plants, you want 100%. 100, no, not 100%. 100 proof, which is 50% alcohol, 50% water. But I'm wanting to get hickory nuts so I can make a traditional Cherokee knutsy for y'all. Show y'all how to make knutsy. There's many, many things that I could make, and I'm not wanting to give it all away. But yeah, I've just got to be able to get. I might have to carry a milk crate with me so I can pick them up. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with me since getting sick. I am just staying drained. I felt better in the woods, but when I walked out into the clearing, it hit me because all of that used to be thick forest I walked in. But yeah, I get wore out too easy now, and it's really starting to weigh on me. Really starting to weigh on me. Bubble wraps me. I just stay tired, y'all. Eventually, I'll get to go to the gastro specialist in hopes of finding out what's going on. Not going to be taking no meds, but I want to make sure and find out what's going on. At least it's not the pancreas. Woot, woot. I'm happy about that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do, especially for Native American Heritage Month. And I might have to do, they're going to get you some coffee. I might have to do a couple of videos on jewelry making, if that's all right with y'all. But acorns have been heavy this year because we had a very, very wet spring. It's a miracle we even had acorns because of the drought. Now, what I'm thankful for, but it's also a bad thing too. That squirrel that I was fighting with apparently is the one that died and got made ginseng sick. Excuse me. I've been able to harvest persimmons and nuts. Now the deer are acting weird in the acorns, y'all. I haven't seen this before. Usually you see the tops and some they usually eat all the shell. And it's not squirrels, but they're biting a little bit of the shell, spitting the acorn out, or they eat half of it and spit it out. It's weird. Did you yawn again and not cover your mouth? Hold on, y'all. I'm catching up. Good evening, Rita. Welcome into chat. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Oh no. Good evening, Ark Wildman. Hoot hoot. How are you doing? Oh Lord. That's horrible, JC. I hate that stuff. Now, the thing is, what I notice, ain't that the truth, Drew? Ain't that true? What I have noticed this year in the acorns, what the deer are acting weird. The nuts inside the acorns, the nut meat is huge, y'all. The acorns are completely full, but there is a lot of weevil damage. So when I pick up an acorn, I have to make sure that it doesn't have the weevil hole. No, no, acorns are going to be bitter anyway because of the tannin inside of them. But no, they just acting strange. All right, y'all. I'm going to have a breathing treatment. I'm still here talking. I haven't gone anywhere yet. But no, the oh man, I cannot tell you how happy I was to find all that ooznia, but then I thought, oh man, people are going to be mad at me. It's out there, y'all. You can find ooznia. No, there's no trees there, honey. Trees are gone. Yes, you want all acorns are good to use. I prefer the big acorns because it makes less work on you and you can make more flour flour with them. Believe me, them little acorns take forever. That's what I got broke on, is the broke into making the flour with was the little acorns. Oh my God, took me forever, y'all. Took me forever. And from that one time, I swore I'd look for the big acorns. I know who's near Queen. Yep, once you get the tannin out of the acorns, they're wonderful. But no, the trees are gone. I'm not going to see Usnia out in the clearing, the cutover. But let me tell you, oh, the pokeweed, all the pokeweed. I don't doubt it, 10 Tigers. No, because if there would have been any Usnia on the ground from them cutting the trees, it was mushed into the mud. Nope, they just clear cut it. No, it's too hilly to build anything, and those people wouldn't come off their land if their life depended on it. From what Lyle was telling me, but no, thankfully, no. It's just that they cut the land to make some money. But I saw some big tracks back there. Let me tell you, there's a big cat around here, and I'm not talking about a bobcat. I was too busy and didn't take the cat. Well, no, I had the camera on me, but I didn't think about cutting it on. Yeah, there's a big cat around here. I saw the tracks. There's a lot of coyote tracks too, and turkeys. But a lot. There's a couple I'm gonna have to study up because y'all, I have moved to medicinal plant utopia here. There are so many medicinal plants that I've never had the blessing to work with because they didn't grow up where I was at. There's things I have never seen before here that I've got to learn about so I could teach y'all about. Yeah, the pokeberries you can make either freeze them for your daily pain medication or you can make tincture with them. Of course, now I had a video where I showed everybody how to can your poke salad leaves after cooking them. But yeah, if I can get some more berries, Tammy, do you want some Yopon holly berries? And that's an old Cherokee medicinal plant. It's the Yopon holly. Okay, I'll see if I can get some more berries from it because I'm gonna try to get some germinated. I've got to get a hold of a bag. Uh, I put it on my wish list. I got to get some sphagnum moss, uh, so I can start stratifying some seeds. I'm hoping to get this persimmon, get what's left off the persimmon tree once they drop them, so I can make a video with it. That bowl of persimmons that I showed y'all I was picking, y'all ain't gonna believe it. They went to fermenting like crazy. I'm like going, I can't use these now. So I know some of them were way past their prime. So I'm gonna save all the seeds from them. Oh no, Drew. Yes, oozing is very important. Gather what you can. Okay, Hen House, you have a great night. Take care. Have a better week ahead, and we'll see you next Monday night. The amaranth you want to grow is either going to be callaloo, which comes from around Jamaica, or the Hopi red dye amaranth. The other ones I don't know much about, but I know those two you can eat. And the callaloo is really good for growing. You can eat the leaves and the flower heads and the seeds. The Hopi red dye amaranth, you can do the same. I'm going to get brave and plant some more, because I didn't plant it this year. Hold on. No, Hardneck Farms, I'm still here just having a smoke break. I have a vice, I admit it. Believe me, I have bukus of Uznia videos. You should be able to tell that it's Uznia from my videos. Now, if you know it's Spanish moss, do not harvest Spanish moss. Spanish moss and Uznia, two different things. Well, you can eat the seeds if you enjoy arsenic, Ten Tigers. But no, I don't eat apple seeds. No, I'll tell you the best two things to fight that off. And it's what kept me and Junior from getting it. Usnia tincture and elderberry tincture. Not mixing them, but making Usnia tincture, a jar of Usnia tincture and a jar of elderberry tincture. We took that and yeah, that's what kept us from getting it. Yep, we're all addicted to something, like it or not. Yes, it is still perfectly fine. And if you use dried elderberries, use 80 proof vodka. Usnea is a dry, they call it falls out of the tree dry. Usnea, make it with 80 proof vodka. It'll be perfectly fine. Don't 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 wet it, wash it unless it's been in mud or hit actual dirt. Most of the oozy I get hits leaves or are still on the tree branch. I don't wash it. You need to quit listening to some of these people. I tell you. I tell you, you got to be careful who you listen to on the internet. People will tell you anything, anything to get watches. You got to remember, a lot of people have no shame, absolutely no shame, and will try to tell you anything to get you to watch. Now, if y'all need to email each other, don't give no addresses on here or by their grandmother. Anybody that watches the live stream will have your address. Email one another. Yeah, you're going to need more than one. You're going to need more than one. Now, another thing I'm going to tell y'all, I don't get into all the names of the elderberries, what type variety it is or anything like that. Elderberry is just elderberry to me. Most of my elderberries come from the wild or the grove that I'm growing, which we had so many elderberry groves up there at the other house. We're starting over. I don't pay attention if this elderberry is Steve, Mike, Henry, whatever. It's an elderberry. There's a lot of people do that for this. They will sell you anything. That's fine with me, Jay. That's fine with me. But I just wanted to let Cece know, don't put her address, don't put the address on in the chat because everybody and grandma will see that. But yeah, this stuff, American elderberries, European elderberries. I ain't got time for that. I grow elderberries. They all work. Now, even reading about it, you got to be careful. It's not paranoia. What a lot of people don't know, even in the herbalist world, you have to be careful who you listen to because you don't know who is financially backing them. Big Pharma has become one with backing a lot of herbalists. That's why I tell people, do your research. Stay away from medical websites because they're going to tell you, no, don't take this. Go to your doctor. Ask your doctor. Do you think your doctor's going to tell you the truth that, yeah, that's okay for you to take? They ain't gonna tell you, no, you can take that, it's fine, because if you take an herb, now of course you gotta be careful if you're on medication already. You need to do your research, make sure that they don't combat one another. But if you go to taking herbs and get better, that means he's not going, or they're not going to be able to write that prescription to get that kickback. So research, study, and that's why I tell people. Yep, I know you did, Drew. I know you did. And I mean, people will paranoid the crap out of people. Oh my God, staghorn sumac, poisonous, poisonous, avoid it. No, it's not. But one thing you need to know with sumac, it's in the cashew family. If you're allergic to cashews, no, don't do it. Don't do it. The only poisonous sumac is white sumac. Good luck seeing it. Most of the time it grows in the swamps, and I know most people ain't gonna go hot pudding through the swamps. I do, but most people don't. But everything in moderation. That's the main goal. There you go, Drew. That's the best way to do it. That's why I tell people, I've been in this game. I don't get me wrong. I don't look at being an herbalist as a game. It's what I eat, breathe, and sleep herbs, medicinals, healing the people. But I watch the game they play. People, oh my God, don't do it. It'll kill you. It's poisonous. You do your research. Then some of your research, you got to be careful because who's funding that backed research? There's money always in there. I don't sell my stuff to make money. Just enough money to be able to buy back vodka, tincture bottles, so on, salve tins, stuff like that. I keep my prices low because I know what it's like being poor and not able to afford stuff that you need. I'm not out here making stuff to make money. Lord, my prices would be a whole lot higher. I see a lot of price gouging when people should be ashamed of themselves. Because I know what it costs to make. There's no way I would charge somebody that ungodly amount of money. But there's a lot of things you research. It's like when I done the video on the elephant's foot. You have to know that there's two kinds of elephant's foot. The wild plant or the tropical plant. Now, a lot of the American research has been ungodly suppressed because big pharma has been hidden the research of elephant's foot really strong. And you have to go overseas to find reports. That's just like the sweet potato vine. The research I found was suppressed in America, but I went to Africa. Massive research on the sweet potato vine, regular sweet potatoes. Um, not the ornamental plant. Prostate cancer killer. Yeah. America information was suppressed. African research wasn't. You got to know where to dig, how to dig, and take what information you find, see how many other people kind of go along with it, or if they all have different opinions. Yeah, Jay already has your address, CC. Sorry, I was catching up on back comments. Yep, it is. It's real good medicine. But a lot of what I'm dealing herbal wise down here is all new to me. So I have to do a lot. I do a ton of research, y'all. I don't make a video on anything medicinal unless I've done the research on it or if I've actually worked with the plant. Now, you got to remember there are places things don't grow. And if it don't grow around me, I don't use it. I won't know nothing about it. But yeah, if I haven't worked with it or I don't know about it, I will do research. I can answer your question. But I'm not going to encourage anybody to take nothing unless I know about it. Yeah, but still, they're not going to do it. It's too much money. Too much money involved. Too much money involved. There was something else I was going to say. What was it? What was it? Um. Oh, this is a pet peeve of mine. I understand people are paranoid. There are some people who actually need to lose weight. You're not going to hear me promote an herb for weight loss only. There's no quick fix for weight loss, y'all. You have to learn how to eat in moderation. You have to learn to drink your fluids. You have to learn you don't have to go out, work out, kill yourself. You can walk. It's a lifestyle change first. Two, weight gain can be caused by medicine. Metformin's the number one monster that puts weight on people. You're never going to hear me do a video just to promote weight loss only because you have to put the work into it before you can do anything like that. Good evening, my Mustang. Welcome in the chat. Hoot, hoot. How are you doing? Uh-oh. Okay, Nancy, take care. Have a blessed night. Better week ahead. And we'll see you next Monday night. That's fine, Pearlie. Oh, that is fine. Is it the metformin? Because, see, me, I can't have metformin. It could possibly kill me because I've had MRSA. And what they don't tell you, if you've ever had MRSA, it lies dormant in your system. Once you get it, you got it. Metformin and MRSA are not friends. They will fight one another, and it can cause you to go into a diabetic coma. There's a lot of things people. That's why. That's why when I came home from the emergency room, metformin's evil. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's an evil, nasty drug. Okay, Drew, take care. Thank you so much for your donation. It is greatly appreciated, more than you know. Take care. Have a blessed week ahead, and we'll hope to see you next Monday night. Yep, I tell them to kiss my grits. I wouldn't take it. It's an evil thing. Evil, evil, evil medication. And that's the new thing in America. They are pushing pre-diabetic medicine like no no end. A lot of people don't realize if you're sick when you go to the doctor, your sugar, if you had a little day of happiness, there's a good chance your sugar's going to spike. There's no Ingrid. That's your name. I told you I forgot your name. I apologize, y'all. I can't. I am so bad with names. I just remembered Hardneck Farm is Wendy. It's not because I'm rude. I've got a lot on me, and I am never been good with names. Okay, Cece Clark, have a good night. Have a good night and a better week ahead, and we'll see you next Monday night. And see, that's what should worry you if you have to take another pill to protect your kidneys from that medication. But yeah, it's just like when I came back from the emergency room. Oh, I had prescription papers in tow. Guess what? Yes, lisinopril protects your kidneys. Junior's on lisinopril. It protects your kidneys because metformin does horrible things to your body. Horrid things. That's why a lot of people who are on metformin gain so much weight. It's not because they're eating themselves to death. It's because metformin causes you to have weight gain, which is the worst thing you can do if you're diabetic. Now, here's the thing with me. I I'm not one of those that's just gonna swallow what the doctors tell me. They don't like me. They don't like me whatsoever. Because I know my body better than they do. Granted, they got a license, big deal, paperwork. I know my body. They wrote me 2 prescriptions for things that I do not have. I don't have acid reflux. I do not have GERD. So there was no way I was going to get those prescriptions filled and take that medicine because the side effects of the medicine was the symptoms that I already have and have had for almost 20 years now. No, thank you. I do not want to risk taking a chance of amping up the side effects. So guess what? Prescription papers got ripped up, threw in the garbage. But people just blindly believe what the doctor tells you as the gospel. Hold them to it and tell them, no, I don't want to take that. Read all of the side effects. Study what your medicine might do to you. Good evening, Jersey Gypsy. Welcome into chat. Hoot, hoot. But yeah, y'all, I believe in people not being blindsided. I am rarely ever sick. Thank gracious. My immune system is amazing. My immune system's amazing. Now, I'm going to go to the gastro doctor only because I want to find out what's going on between the no gallbladder, my stomach, and my liver. My biggest worry, since I have had nothing but trouble from that surgery, I know some people, they put a stent where the gallbladder used to be and the bile duct so it can flow into your stomach. I've been worried for a long time that I might be having a reaction to that stent being in my body. I'm not going to take their medicine, but I'm going to find out. I want to go to find out just exactly what's causing this because I am tired of not being able to eat. But with that being said, since I left the hospital, everything's been hunky-dory. I've had almost 2 ghost gallbladder attacks, but they just quit. They just quit out of the blue. So that makes me nervous too, but I see it as a blessing in disguise. But yeah, always question everything. Don't be a lemming. Don't be sheeple. Question everything. Even on YouTube, I tell you, do your own research to make sure this is the right herb for you. Make sure that if you're on medication, that it won't affect your medication. People, my God, I don't know what happened to everybody. Most people don't want to read no more. When I was a kid, we had book reports to do. You had to read the book to do the book report. And if we needed more information, we had to hit the encyclopedias. There was no internet. The love and the desire to read and research has been almost smothered to death. And don't believe everything you read. Do research. And it just aggravates me. People don't realize. I know if you haven't watched the video. I know if you haven't read the description box. When I read your comment, you're busted. I know. Because the answer to the question is in the video and the description box below. But if you have children, please, for the love of God, install in them the love of reading good books. Everyone, I had them. They got left behind. Every house should have a set of encyclopedias in it. I don't understand it. And the short attention spans, I don't understand it. I just don't. Now, I can understand if you're a very busy person. I can understand that. But you should have the largest desire to further your education. You should have a desire to learn at least one thing new every day. See, every night I had 4 hours of homework. I had 4 hours because I took advanced classes. I brought it upon myself because I didn't want to be dumb. I didn't want to be dumb. So when I got home off that bus, I had chores to do. I had dinner to cook. I had what first chores was animal feeding and either doing dishes, laundry, whatever. Dinner to cook. Sometimes at 11 midnight, 1 o'clock, I was still doing my homework. And then I had to get up before I caught the bus. I had to feed animals, do chores, then get ready, head for the bus. They won't listen. Believe me, I swear. Now, I can't drink the cranberry juice. I have problems with drinking fruit juice. It's always been that way. But I take what's called a cranberry pill. One pill, and sometimes I take it one a day, twice a day. It depends. Now, I have to drink plenty of fluids with it. But one little pill of the powdered cranberry, there's nothing else in it. It's equivalent of a gallon of unsweetened cranberry juice. If you get on a regimen of that, you will not have UTIs, you will not have bladder infections, you will not have trouble with kidney stones. Everything will work fine, plus you get a massive boost of vitamin C. But it gets aggravating after a while. I don't like to repeat myself. I just don't. If somebody asks you a question, you tell them the answer, and they never do it. But that's their choice. But please don't waste my time. If you ain't going to do it, now I'm more than happy to answer you once. I'm more than happy. I'm happy to help. Oh, Xander, you have no clue. You have no clue. No clue. Believe me. I either get hateful comments because I waste people's time. And I should be ashamed of myself for doing long videos. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. I'm trying to teach people. No, I'm not a school teacher. I'm trying to pass on what I have been taught and what I have learned throughout my life through blood, sweat, and tears and hard work. I try to share with others the love of doing for yourself, being self sufficient. Watch how you eat. Make your food your medicine. The better food you eat, no, I'm not talking about expensive food, homemade food. You know what goes into it. If you want to increase your health, make it better, the best thing to remember, make your food your medicine. Good food, not expensive food, not processed food, homemade food. Get your probiotics, your vitamins, your nutrients. Good food, not junk food. For the love of God, not fast food. Learn how to eat correctly, and you will see a difference in your immune system and everything. Gut health is the most important thing, gut health. When your biome of your digestive system is healthy as can be, your immune system will be healthy, everything else will be healthy. A lot of people don't realize everything is situated around your digestive system. If you make that happy and healthy, you will feel better. See, I do not like unsweetened cranberry juice. I do not, but I have always had trouble drinking juice. It goes through me. Juice of any kind, it don't matter. It's bad. But cranberries, I keep mine either dehydrated and use them in cooking, or I've got jarred up cranberry sauce that I homemade. There's so much good you could do. It sounds good, Tammy. But Lord, I wouldn't dare eat that right now because I have no coke to be found. It's that is that the what is it? Jewish yogurt? I heard something about that. I know it, Alexander. I want to go to Tammy's house too. Lord Junior's stomach's growling over here by me. Man, I'm glad it's not going to come out because my arm's on his stomach. Um, listen, the best thing you can do yogurt wise, make it yourself. Greek yogurt, of course, is the best. Any American yogurt bought off the shelf on the store. Now, I'm not against sugar or sweeteners, and I'm pro cane sugar and honey and stuff like that. Be careful what sugar you buy, but American yogurt bought off the shelf is nothing but high fructose corn syrup, beet sugar crap. Make your own yogurt. Oh Lord, I don't know about that. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about that. It's not going to work. You got to remember, only the breast milk from your mama, from your natural, from the mama that gave birth to you, is going to give you what you need. I'd be leery of that. I would be really leery about that. I don't know about that, Jay. I'd have to study more on that one. That's kind of, if I know it sounds weird, but that kind of gets in the spectrum of Soylent Green to me, because that's a long rabbit hole for me right there. Yeah, I'm telling you, that bear yogurt maker I have, I can't tell you how much I love that little machine. But make your own yogurt. You know what's going into it. But what I'm thinking about on that one, and see, I wasn't breastfed either. And at my age, better cover that mouth, they'll get you. At my age, it's a little too late to be worried about that. Um, yeah, and see, it's a lot of factors you have to think about on that one. What you need, if you want to build up good gut health, and you got to keep at it. You can't just real hard at it for a week and give up, and then come back a week or 2 weeks later and start over. You have to do it daily. You have to do it daily. Good gut health is homemade yogurts, Greek yogurts. A lot of people like kombucha. No, I can't do it. I can't do it. Anything fermented that hasn't been cooked to death. Sauerkraut, kimchi is amazing probiotic. There's so many different ways to get that into your system. I'd have to study up on that one before I said yes or no. Yeah, because cats are lactose intolerant. Another thing a lot of people don't know, dogs. You need to check your dog food. Make sure there's no corn filler in your dog food. Dogs are allergic to corn, but that's the number one filler in most of your dog food. Yep, sourdough bread is good, but also you got to remember there's a good chance cooking that stuff in the 500, 400 and 500-degree oven is going to kill most of that off. It's all about the foods you eat. Stay away from fast food. You don't know what they're actually feeding you. You have no clue. No clue. Oh, it's a lot of that stuff's horrible. And then see, that's what always worried me. That little word. That little word, trendy. Be careful. Yeah, I would double check it. I don't get into trendy stuff. Yep. I wasn't breastfed. I was born and raised on a formula, not baby formula. The carnation evaporated milk that I tried to teach how when the formula, um, when there wasn't baby formula to be fed to children. I done a video on using evaporated milk and then evaporated goat's milk. I got a strike. I got a strike because of that, because I was giving out harmful information that could kill someone. I'm not dead yet. I was fed that. I was fed that because mama wasn't going to breastfeed. I'm not dead. Every once in a while, grandma tell me I got a sugar tip. That was either some sugar in some water or a bottle of half and half of water and half Coca-Cola. I'm not dead. And I noticed that because of that evaporated formula, I think my brain is an overachiever because of that. I I was bored to death in elementary because I was up higher levels. Hold on, wait a minute, I missed something. Yeah, I've seen all the talk about that trendy whatever blue stuff. You know, the one thing I don't want to have anything to do with it because it's always been used as a dye. Have no desire. I have no desire to look like a Smurf on the inside. You thought that was funny, huh? I've been seeing that. See, I don't get into all that trend stuff. I just don't. I guess I'm too old fashioned. I prefer what the ancestors used and done. And yes, when people start talking about stuff like that, it's like, no, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Now, I will admit, as a child, I was so hard on myself. I overachieved. I pushed myself to learn, to not be stupid, to learn as much as I can. I still got a lot more to learn. Don't think I know everything. No, wear clothes. But I love to learn. It is not only a passion, but there's a fire in me that forces me forward to learn. I learn new stuff every day. Uh-oh, what? Yeah, something when I first heard about it, I'm going to tell you. When I first heard about this blue stuff, it automatically, something raised a red flag, and I'm like going, that don't sound right. That don't sound right. And of course, this one's going, well, they made it over there, but we're the first company in America to make it. I'm like going, no, that's a red flag too. Yep, that's the magic words. They've been hot. And see, that's another thing that also raises red flags with me. Hot and heavy on pushing it. I'm like going, they're pushing this too hard. They're pushing it way too hard. It's just like medical marijuana. They're pushing that way too hard too. Makes you wonder. And people have to realize don't be a lemming, don't be a sheeple. Be very careful. Know the truth, and the truth will set you free. See, here's the thing: they're calling it a cure for malaria. All right, who are they doing that study on? Is it already the people who've steadily been taking ivermectin, which is an anti-malarial drug that's gave medication, not drug, medication that works? Are they already on ivermectin and then being gave this blue stuff? Or do they have a clean system where they're just being gave the blue stuff? Yep, teasel or black walnut, either one. But you got to remember, we got to find out where this research is saying that they're curing malaria with it. If it's in Africa, they are given free ivermectin over there. They take it daily to keep malaria away. Same way with Central and South America. Every day they take ivermectin. So we don't know if it's actually working or is it the ivermectin. So that's why I'm saying you got to be careful about that stuff. Bingo, Alexander, bingo. Now, a lot of people also don't know. When I know of two in Florida, mosquito research labs. God only knows where there's other ones. And, they just accidentally released mosquitoes from there every so often. You notice you notice what we haven't heard much about anymore? All those loose lab monkeys. We ain't heard nothing about any of that. All right, where is this hair? But yeah, that's just like this crap this crap with the avian flu. I ain't falling for this. I guarantee you can give the chickens Uznir. It'll heal them. Bingo, Alexander, bingo. Back in the day, cold killed mosquitoes and bugs and stuff. Yeah, no, I agree with you completely on that one. I've been watching that one. Yep, that's why I tell people be careful. Research stuff, find out stuff. Yep, and that's why I avoid stuff like that. Avoid stuff. All right, y'all. You okay? I'm getting tired. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I am getting tired, and I know Junior's stomach's growling, and my stomach is growling. I'm actually hungry, which is feels weird. I've been for the last 3 days. My stomach has actually growled. That's a rarity. I don't eat much at all during the day. I mostly eat at dinner. But here lately, I've been hungry, hungry. Waking up hungry. That's not me. That's not me. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff people need to learn, rebuild, rekindle, even though if you hated doing research in school, rekindle the desire to know the truth, to study, to read, but also be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. Know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Don't believe anything that the news tells you and stuff like that. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. They are pushing everything and anything they can on you. That's just like the food stamp stuff. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Yeah, if it does get closed down, is it going to hurt us? Yeah, yeah. But are we going to die? No. I'm stocked up. The only thing that's going to hurt us is him not being able to get his drinks, um, not being able to get milk and butter, but or eggs. Other than that, we're stocked up. We're good. We ain't starving to death. What? Yeah, true. All right, Tammy says bye. All right, y'all. Take care. Stay safe and sound. Keep your eyes and ears open. A lot of people, all this rioting, people ain't been paying attention to all the Chapter 11. My God, y'all. Chapter 11 has been going crazy. There's a lot going on, and they're keeping these protests going to keep everybody, I care less. Pop them in the head. Don't care. Keep your eyes and ears open. Be careful when you go out. Don't be paranoid, because that'll get you killed faster than anything. Keep your eyes and ears open. Stay safe. Stay sound. Continue to stock up when you can. Everyone, thank y'all for being here in live stream in the chat. I cannot tell you how much I love to sit here and spend time with everyone. Love y'all dearly. Y'all are appreciated more than you know. Everyone have a blessed evening, a better week ahead, and we will see you next Monday night. Hoot, hoot. Mwah. Love y'all. Y'all stay safe out there and don't let them paranoid you over anything. Y'all got this. You're stronger.